Just want to keep that guy buried before it gets too warm. Probably won't cook it up for another 3-4 hours, but better there than in my backpack. Well, I've probably got another 4 or so hours here. So in the meantime, I'll just stay hydrated and keep my fingers crossed that the weather doesn't turn on me. Wow, look at that view. That back there is Mount Rainier, the tallest mountain in Washington and the highest volcano in the Cascades at 14,415 feet. It's quite a behemoth. It's one of the most prominent mountains in the world. And being right here, just 40 or 50 or so miles from the Pacific Ocean, so much moisture comes in and cools down at the high altitude, making this the snowiest place in the world by average snowfall. This year it actually did snow more in California and Utah than it did here, but it still is sitting right at about average with a 650-inch season, and the snow is somewhere in the neighborhood of 12 to 15 feet deep here on May 16th, I think it is today. I've made a lot of snow caves right here, this exact spot before. As far as backcountry skiing goes and winter adventures late into the into midsummer, this is the place to come to. Where else can you get a snowpack like this that lasts until July? It's incredible. I'm so happy the sun has come out like this. This is perfect. This is, of course, a sockeye salmon fillet from the grocery store, but we're already halfway through May, and the sockeye start running in June, and I'm thinking this year I just might take a trip up for July and August during peak salmon run season up to the Kenai River and the Russian River up in Alaska. We have excellent salmon runs here in Washington, but nothing tops the quality on the Kenai up in Alaska. So if you're interested in some Alaskan camping survival videos, catch and cooks, all kinds of stuff this summer, stay tuned, because I think I'll be spending a lot of the summer, at least the mid to early part of the summer up in Alaska. Sockeye is excellent. Excellent fish. You know what's actually crazy to think about? Mount Rainier has glaciers all 360 degrees around it. And those glaciers provide the headwaters for so many rivers that support salmon and the salmon runs every season. Just coming off of Mount Rainier, you've got the headwaters to the Nisqually, the Puyallup, the White River, the Carbon River, the Cowlitz River. Lots of rivers that support millions of salmon every year. So all this snow that falls serves a central purpose to the ecosystem here. And without it, you wouldn't have millions and millions of salmon that rely on the runoff coming off of the glaciers every year. All right, let's get back to it. It was a beautiful sunset, but as happens everywhere, as soon as that sun goes down, geez, does it get cold, cold, cold. I'm gonna put that under this. Man, gonna finish up quick so I can get in that sleeping bag. And of course my gloves are soaking wet, but when I go on backcountry snow trips like this, that is an expectation, to say the least. Alright, we are done in here. Last but not least, I gotta bring in the camping gear. Get situated. Nice, simple, classic design for a snow cave. But you just can't deny that view. I think at sunrise, the nice cup of hot chocolate. This is gonna be beautiful. I'll make a nice little campfire tomorrow morning. Given that this sleeping bag is much warmer than the temperature it is rated for, it's not much of a problem. There's drops of water that'll be landing on my face, but when I'm skiing out there these coming days, I get snow all over me, even like today with my gloves. So you just put up with it, and as long as you're active, you're not going to get too cold. Luckily, if anything bad were to happen, I have plenty of ways to contact people, and I'm not too far from safety. As far as the bear danger goes, now that we are halfway through May, I would assume that probably half of the bears have come out of hibernation already. However, here at Paradise, from my experience on Mount Rainier slopes, there's so much snow that the bears that do hibernate at this altitude, when they come up, they immediately go down. You actually see them, almost like a migration, going lower in altitude, following the road or along the edge of the road. Because there's no food for them here for at least another month and a half. The salmon berries and all the grasses, and even pine nuts and stuff like that are plentiful down at lower altitude now and in the coming weeks. So that's where you tend to find the black bears. I do have my bear spray just right there in my backpack in case anything were to happen, but I have no worries at all. It's very rare to see a bear at this time of year up here. It's gonna be, it's not even gonna get below freezing tonight probably, or very barely below freezing. So I could be naked in the sleeping bag and I'd be warm, but I will keep my light jacket on. This is perfect. That's what camping's all about. I've got the last fading light on the peak of Mount Rainier I can see from here. Funny enough, it's not, it's already past 9 p.m. in a snow cave, and yet I still have enough light outside to be able to maneuver around and see. That just shows you how, it is already getting close to the longest day of the year here. We're just a month out. It's hard to juxtapose that idea with the fact that it still feels like winter. But yeah, sure enough, we've got real long days, and we've still got chilly, snowy nights like this. But I much prefer the long days, because in midwinter, when it gets dark at 4 o'clock, it's not fun. You got nothing to do for 5 hours after the sun sets. But this right here is perfect. Good night. Good morning, guys. Definitely got cold out there. I can see there's a little bit of ice in my water jug, but in my sleeping bag I was totally fine. Beautiful, beautiful sunrise out there. That was a beautiful night. Having that open view of the mountain, it's just unbelievable. Even the stars were so bright that I could see it clearly all night, and then in the morning when it was all covered in golden light, just an unforgettable view. Well, what a lovely morning. Great weather, great views. It's nice to sit there by the campfire and be able to just peacefully enjoy the birds chirping and the nature around me with that hot chocolate. Definitely something I'll have to do more often. I don't drink hot beverages very often, but it's pretty nice, especially on a morning like this. All right, all packed up and ready. Well, thank you guys so much for following along on another late spring adventure here in the Cascade Mountains. This might be my last time being in deep snow. I've got a lot of cool things planned like I was talking about for this summer. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't hesitate to drop a like and subscribe to my channel. I post this kind of stuff all the time. And thank all of you so much for subscribing. I have 100,000 subscribers now. That is a milestone I have been waiting for more than 2 years now since I started my YouTube channel. And it is by far my proudest accomplishment yet on social media. So thank you guys again so much. See you next time. Thanks for watching.